the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments.
So we have to, so King David is telling his son Solomon, in order for you to be a man, you have to keep God's commandments. Y'all understand? In order to be a man, you got to keep God's commandments. Because one thing that they teach us is you came out of the Christian church. That's a Christian church, right? Because you got Baptist, Methodist, AME. They got all these different confusions going on, right? And they tell us that Christ and God is the same person. Well, let's see what the Bible says about that. Read.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. Come on. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man is Christ. Come on.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The head of the woman is the man.
And the head of Christ is God.
Wait a minute. The head of Christ is who?
The head of Christ is God.
So can he be the head of himself?
Bring it on.
Can Christ be the head of himself? No. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about two separate entities, right? That's really easy for us to understand. You got God, the Father. Then you got Christ, the Son. And then you got you, one of the kings of this earth. You see how that works? That's you. Now go back to Hebrews. Watch this.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 7, verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
So it's talking about Christ. When you look over there, remember the American blacks, because you said your father was a black man, right? He comes from the tribe of Judah, just like Christ. You understand? So guess what? You come from the same royal tribe as the greatest man that has ever walked this planet Earth. That's the line that you come from. And you understand that when it's talking about lineage, does it go by your mother or by your father? Oh, by your father. Well, let's find out if that's in the Bible. Give me that. Come on.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
What's a pedigree, Mike? It's a what? A what? No, a pedigree. You know about people when they breed dogs, right? What's a pedigree? Like a bloodline. That's your lineage, who you come from, right? What's up, bro?
What's up, my bro?
What's down?
Hey.
What's your name, bro?
My name's Ty.
Ty?
Tyrell.
All right.
Tyrell.
Tyrell?
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Tyrell. Show me where you find yourself on that sign real quick. Let's chop it up with each other. Come on, read.
Declare their pedigree.
So we're talking about your bloodline. You from the tribe of Judah? Hey, this brother Mike from the tribe of Judah. We just showed him that Christ is from the tribe of Judah. So y'all brothers royalty.
Right.
What's your name, bro? Zona? Hey, where you at on that sign over there? Find yourself right down on that sign. Because what we out here showing our people, you so-called Latino, you Latino, find out where you at on that sign. What we out here showing our people is the blacks, Hispanic, the blacks, Latinos, the Native Americans are actually the children of Israel in the Bible. Did you know that?
Oh, it's my fault.
Mm-hmm. Did you? Oh, so you Azteca?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were what they would call so-called Mexican. The Aztecs are from the tribe of Issachar. I'm looking at two mighty tribes of the children of Israel right now. Right? Now, watch this. Read that again. I'm going to show y'all something real quick.
And they declared their pedigree after their families by the house of their fathers.
So whatever your father is, that's what you are. Your father is a so-called black. you're from the tribe of Judah. Your father's a so-called black, you're from the tribe of Judah. Your father's a so-called Mexican, you're from the tribe of Issachar. You understand? That's how it works according to God. But who told you that you was a Mexican? Who told you was a black? Where's that? Where can I go?
I know I'm black.
Okay? Your skin is brown. Your skin is brown.
My mom was black. My mom was black though.
Your mom. Oh, so she was black like my parents. So she was black like my parents.
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
She was chocolate.
And that's still a color. Where is the country? That's what I want to know. Okay, where in Africa? Give me Galatians 4:26. Where in Africa?
I don't know exactly because I've never been there.
Hold that. Isaiah 1 and 3. I'm gonna show you why you don't know. See, we were born in America, but we're not from America. You understand?
Right.
We are from Israel. That's why we're the Israelites, because that is the country that God gave us. You too.
Right.
Just don't make no mistake about it. Just because your skin is lighter than his skin, and because your people are from Mexico and his people are from quote unquote America, we still got the same blood running through our veins because that's what the Most High God gave us. We are each other's keeper because we are brothers. Y'all understand that? And I'm gonna show it to you. Come on. But you said something really heavy. You don't know where you come from, right? Where did your father come from, Mike? Where your father come from, huh? No, not in the state. Before we came to America, where you from?
Oh no, MC. From my understanding, MC, last name is MC. Irish.
So yeah. Right. Right. Well, guess what? You still you as a slave because that's still one of his last names. Your last name is Israel. I'm gonna show it to you. Yours too. And I'm gonna show you how your people got here to America. Now, to answer your question, watch this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Come on.
The ox knoweth his owner.
So y'all know what an ox is. That's a cow, right? It said the ox know his owner. So if a cow go out to graze in the pasture, that thing gonna come back to the house. Why? Because he know who he belongs to. Watch this.
And the ass his master's crib.
So an ass is a donkey. So a donkey, look, you can take a donkey 5, 10, 15 miles out. You know what? He gonna find his way back to his house because he knows where he comes from. He knows who feeds him. He knows who takes care of him, right? But watch this.
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel does not know.
But we forgot that we are God's chosen people. And you want me to tell you how I know we forgot we God's chosen people? Because we wander up and down these streets aimlessly. In every city, in every state, in every country, we are wandering around aimlessly and we forgot that we are the best thing since sliced bread. Watch this. Come on.
My people does not consider.
We don't even consider that we are royalty. You understand? You see these brothers in purple and gold and the black shirts? We were once where y'all were. Doing all kind of wickedness, and that's what it is. Running after women, doing drugs, being drunk in the middle of the street, selling drugs to our people, fighting, doing all this stuff. But once we found out who we were, guess what we did? We stopped. And we changed. And that's all we showing y'all brothers today, is that you can stop and you can change because you are royalty. Give me I want Psalms 82 and 6. Not only are you royalty, but y'all brothers are actually gods on this earth. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Okay, watch this. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6.
Watch this.
I have said, ye are gods.
Christ said, ye are gods. That's brothers. Watch this.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
You are children of the Most High God. So you got the Most High God, you got Christ, and then you got you, brothers. Because y'all were made in His image. You understand? Well, watch this. But even though you are gods on this earth right now, watch this.
But ye shall die like men.
Do our brothers not die in the streets? Huh?
Yeah.
All day, every day. Isn't that true? Why do we die in the streets? Why? Give me Jeremiah 17:4. Why do we die in the streets? Because you forgot who you were, brother. You forgot who you were. You forgot who you were. We forgot who we were until we started to remember who we were. You understand? Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
When it say discontinue from the heritage, you know what that means? You stop remembering that you was a God. And that being a God, you have responsibilities. That's what happened. You let go of your responsibilities, so guess what? God let go of you. And that's why you see us in these conditions. You should be in Paradise Valley, up in the cheap places with the big mansions and the nice cars and the full bank account. You understand? Read.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
So we discontinue from the heritage that God gave us. Why? Because we stopped accepting responsibility. Did you know you was an Israelite?
Yeah.
You did it.
I did.
Okay, but you kind of had a clue, right? What about you? Did you know you was an Israelite?
I have no idea.
But you found yourself on that sign, right? Now, before we get into the responsibilities, and I'm glad I got y'all brother's attention because it's very important. Let me show this brother how he's included in all of us. Give me Genesis 49, verse 14. We're going to go right and show this brother right out of the Bible. Just like I'm going to show y'all right out of the Bible too. While we get in there, let me ask you a question. Because you said you was your people were Irish slaves, right? How did we get over here to America? How did we get to America?
By boat.
By boat, by ships, by boats. That's how we got to. How your people get to America, bro? How your people get here? ¿Hablas inglés? Okay. Estás israelita, okay? Léelo folleta, es muy importante. All right? Read.
Come on, book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass.
So we talking about you. What's your name again? Zona. It said Issachar is a strong ass. That's a burro, right? When you y'all got a picture of a burro, right? What does it normally have on his back? Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all something. What does the burro normally have on his back? He got a saddlebag on both sides, right? Watch this.
Issachar is a strong ass, crouching down between two burdens.
What are the two burdens that the so-called Mexicans have to deal with? They deal with working long hours and low wages. So they work 18 hours for $4.25 an hour. Below doggone minimum wage. You can attest to that, right? But they be working they butts off, don't they? Just like a donkey, right? Well, how is it crazy? It's crazy that their mascot is a donkey with two saddlebags on it. It's carrying two burdens. That came straight out of the scriptures, and they didn't even know it. Why? Because they lost their heritage, just like we lost our heritage. Read.
Issachar is a strong ass, crouching down between two burdens.
Zona, let me ask you a question. When you don't work the long day, a long hard day, what you like to do?
Afterwards?
Yeah. You like to lay down and smoke a blunt? Okay, let's see what the Bible say.
And he saw that rest was good.
You see that? He like the Issachar. Look, we just read what he just said. Now I asked him first before we got it out of the Bible, so you can see that we talking about him. He said after a long day of work, he like to sit down and smoke a blunt. Ain't that what he said? The Bible said he saw that rest was good. I'm showing you the correlation. And we're gonna get some more. But first, We smoke weed. So all y'all smoke weed, right?
Yeah.
Now, we just showed you in the scriptures that you was an Israelite. We showed you that you was an Israelite, and we showed you that you was an Israelite. Give me Deuteronomy 6:25. I want to show. Give me 1 Kings 2:2. I want to show y'all something, cause we all men out here, right? I look at y'all, brothers. I see men. I see men that could be stronger men if they had a stronger mind. I see men that could be stronger men if they had sober minds. Let me show you something. Read
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 2, verse 2. I go the way of all the earth.
Now this is King David. Watch this. You know who King David was?
Yeah.
Do you know who he was? Did you know King David was a black man from the tribe of Judah?
Bring it out, man.
Yes. Did you know King David, Christ coming from the same lineage as King David? Did you know that?
Yeah.
So you knew Christ was black, but you didn't know David was black.
I didn't know none of them was black.
Because you lost your heritage. Watch this, read.
I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
So look, this is King David talking to King Solomon. Y'all know who King Solomon is, right?
Yeah.
Did you know King Solomon was a black man?
Yeah. Just now.
Okay, all right, we're gonna go with that. Read.
And to keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
So he's telling King Solomon, he's like, look, I'm about to die, but I'm gonna give you the most wisdom that I got. You need to show yourself a man. You need to keep the charge of the Lord thy God. How do you do that?
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God. To walk in his ways. To keep his statutes and his commandments.
So we have to. So King David is telling his son Solomon, in order for you to be a man, you have to keep God's commandments. Y'all understand? In order to be a man, you got to keep God's commandments. Give me what's that? 1 Corinthians 3:16.
Yeah.
Watch this.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 16.
Bring it out.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
So here we go again. First it said you are God's, and now it's saying you are the temple of God. Right? Read.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
Even in your lower state right now, the Spirit of God is still in you. What'd you say?
That's how I always felt.
That's how you always felt?
Without even knowledge of this shit, I always felt like I was God. The Spirit, like God was in
You
me.
are a God, you're not the God. Let's make
I'm
sure
not
we
the
understand
God,
that.
I'm a God.
You are a God. But the scripture say, even though you are gods, you're going to die like man, right?
I told my brothers, I feel like we all guys. Like, I feel like everybody's guys.
Well, not everybody is a God. I'll just let you know that right now. The children of God, who are the Israelites,
Yeah.
the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans,
Yeah.
those men, those are the gods.
Right.
Let's just make that plain and clear right now.
Right.
It's not all people. We're gonna get to that. Right now we're dealing with y'all. I'm dealing with the three gods in front of me right now. Read it again.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
You are the temple of God,
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
the Spirit of God dwelleth within all of you, brothers.
If any man defile the temple of God,
But if you defile the temple of God,
What happened?
him shall God destroy.
it said God will destroy him. God will destroy him. Now let me ask you a question. Y'all said y'all believe you are gods, right? Do you believe that God will destroy you if you are defiling your temple?
I believe it.
You believe it? Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Give me what I want in 1 Peter. What's that, 5 and 8? 1 Peter 5 and 8. Let me get that. Watch this. Let me show you something. We're talking about defiling your temple. How do you defile your temple?
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober.
Be what?
Be sober.
Can you be sober if you high? Right? You can't be sober if you high, right? Zona, can you be sober if you high? No. Read.
Be vigilant.
Can you be vigilant if you high?
Sometimes. Not all,
You know that was a rhetorical question.
not all
Right?
the time.
Not anytime. Because you just said you can't be sober if you're high. In order to be vigilant, you have to be sober. That means 100% of your brain capacity is being utilized to be vigilant. If you are high, even if it's 97%, that's not 100%.
Right.
So that means you still left 3% for error because you were high. It doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? Zona, you understand? Mike, you understand? Read. Why do you have to be sober and vigilant?
Because your adversary, the devil.
You have an adversary. He is the devil. You know who the devil is? The devil is the man that told you that Christ was a white man. That is the devil. Devil means to deceive. When you are in a Christian church and they teach you that Christ was a white man, when the Bible says that he was a black man with woolly hair, that is a devil and everyone that looks like him.
What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example.